Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so. And I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are in the world. So 3, 2, 1. Beam me up, my juice little latch. Probably can't see them very well, my delicious little babies, because I'm outside, okay? Anyway, so yes, I hope that you're all super duper well, my delicious little babies, and welcome to all of my new baby subscribers, okay? Well, thank you for joining my family. We are family. You know, one of those moments, okay? And like I've always said, and I'll repeat again, it's a bit like a hotel. You check in and you check out, okay? Because I do talk about all different topics and subjects. Do you see what I mean? Yes. And I uploaded a video yesterday, walking around part of Brummie Town Centre, in our old UK, okay, where I live, okay. I haven't been there for years actually, but somebody's requested, God bless him. I actually know the beautiful little family, and just want me to go and take a look down at Digbeth and that. Well, I was thinking of doing that actually, going over the other side. Do you see what I mean? But I'll do that on another day, okay? And I'll show you, and I might get to talk to some of the marketers, you know what I mean? Anyway, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, and I hope that you too are having a super duper and delicious time wherever you are in the world, and that life is also treating you most wonderfully. So much love to you all, my delicious little babies. Now then, so this is going to be, I feel, a shortish video because I've got to get my readings out. I've got to bang my readings out, okay? And thank you to anybody to do with my readings, for any likes, any comments. God bless you all. So thank you. You're all so super duper delicious and super duper beautiful, okay? And I very much appreciate it, my delicious babies. Now, if you enjoy the video today, if you could please click on the like, and thank you. Yes, so it is rather windy, okay, my delicious little babies. Yes, so the wind's picking up, but it's like quite warm, if you know what I mean, my delicious little babies. Yes, so that's why I'm outside, okay? I love the great outdoors, you know what I mean. Actually, I enjoy camping as well. I love to go camping. Do you know what I mean? It's super duper wonderful. Do you know what I mean? Last time I went camping, I got somebody, because it was rather cold at night, you know what I mean? So what we did is, I asked my stepsister and her husband, God bless them both, and I asked them if they could bring a heater, and then what we did is that we managed to get some flipping electricity, everybody, right, okay, so we were using somebody else's electricity to keep the tent warm, but it was lovely. It was like a large tent, like a 3-bedroom, like a 3-bed tent, do you know what I mean? Yes. Anyway, yeah, that was funny though. But so it was like lovely in the day, but then very cool at night. Do you see what I mean? But yeah, it was really lovely. I really enjoyed going camping. Yes, yeah. Went on the fair as well and went to the seaside. So it was absolutely super duper gorgeous and wonderful and beautiful. Anyway, so yes. So so if you'd like to click on the like if you enjoy my video today, please and thank you, my delicious little babies. It would be much appreciated, okay? Now then, so let's get started. So the first video to take a look at, my delicious little babies. So I advertised this dear gentleman, not in that way. I advertised this dear gentleman because I personally think that he's very interesting and with the information that he gives out. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Now, he does have 413,000 subscribers, okay? So he does have rather a large following, okay? And his name, if you was to type it into the old space bar, my delicious little babies, his name is Neil McCoy Ward, okay? So it's M, small c, large C, O, Y, okay, Neil McCoy Ward. And the video that you're looking for, my delicious little babies, it's only been uploaded a day ago, just one day ago. Most private car ownership to be phased out by 2030. In brackets, 95% reduction target. Okay, so I'll just repeat that once again, my delicious little babies. Most private car ownership to be phased out by 2030, in brackets 95% reduction target. Okay, now, so what he's talking about, my delicious little babies, is quite simply this, really. Okay, so for those of you delicious little babies who do know, okay, so you already know about all of this, but for the delicious little babies who do not know, okay, well, what he's talking about is, you know, because they're trying to basically, you know, our putrid governments, and we know who's running the show, okay, because, you know, it's like we're all watching a massive flipping show. Do you see? Oh, hello, little wasp. Anyway, I'm not going to move in case it stings me. I don't think it will, actually. Oh, you come to have a look at my lats? Have a little look then, my little baby. Oh, it's going to go now. Anyway, so no, it's not yet. Might be because I smell rather sweet, so they're attracted to the sweet smell, do you see? Anyway, my delicious little baby. So yeah, you know, for those of you who are not aware, my delicious little babies, well, you see, they're trying their best to stop anyone driving a car. Okay, they're also wanting to, because I mean, we've had speed limits, so I know all about this. You know, I've been on the motorway many a times. You know, drove on the motorways in the old UK. Well, you see. And for anybody who drives on the motorways in the UK, they will know this, that, you know, you got speed limit here, speed limit there, do you know what I mean? So you cannot drive at a certain, do you know what I mean? Yes? So some have been like 70 miles an hour, others 60, other 50. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? Anyway, but of course it's been years since I've drove on a motorway. Anyway, but the point is, so they're trying to stop all of that, okay? So, you know, they're really trying to dig their heels in. Yes, and I've talked before about in London, where it's a £12.50 charge a day, you know, to drive in there, you know. So, I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot that's going on. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? But what Neil, not in that way, what he's saying is that he's not really too sure how they're going to be able to do all of this in a certain length of time. Do you see? And I totally agreed. You know, I totally agree with everything that Neil McCoy Ward has said. God bless him. Do you see? Because, you know, it's like, do you see what I mean? It's like if you go back to that Black Rock, yes? You know, and I said this on another one of my videos, yes? And it's like if others simply just will not do as they're told, then they're going to start forcing things. Do you see? My delicious little babies. Well, good luck. Good luck with that one. Good luck. Do you see what I mean? Because more and more and more have woken up to this shit. Do you see? And I cannot really see, and I'm just being honest with you, my delicious little babies, that many are going to want to give up their freedoms, give up their cars. Do you see? But of course, you know, and I've been mentioning this over the months, you know, to do with the 15-minute cities, which of course is going on all over the world, okay? It's not just in our UK, my delicious little babies, it's everywhere, okay? As many places that you can think of, okay? Because like I said before, and I say it again, you see what it is, they want to box us all in. This is the whole point to all of this exercise. Do you see? Let's just have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Got cream in it today. Oh, it's delish. Anyway, my delicious little babies. So yeah, so this is what the crack is here. Do you see what I mean? And they're thinking that this is how my noddle's thinking, my delicious little babies. What they're thinking, you know, those in the putrid little lackeys, yes? What they're thinking is that if they keep saying it and saying it, do you see? That eventually others, you know, and all of us out of here are going to comply. Well, they can F off nicely, because I am not going to go in no flipping 15-minute city. They can F off nicely, and yes, I do it on camera, and no, that I do not regard that as swearing at all, okay? And really, anybody else should refuse, point blank, okay? We were born free. I keep saying this, my delicious little babies, okay? And I'm going to keep repeating it. We were born free. We were born to be able to walk where we want, go where we want. If we want to fly, if somebody wants to fly, you know, well, to go wherever they want. Do you see? If they want to drive a car, if they want to go on a bus, if they want to go on a train or go on a tram, like I seen yesterday in Birmingham Brummie Town Centre. Yes, I mean, it's all just new to me, you know what I mean? I haven't seen that, well, I don't know when it was built, but anyway, you know, made. Do you know what I mean? How they did it all, I don't know, because it's been years since I went there anyway. So, you know, the fact of the matter is, and then of course, you know, they do all this with the old facial recognition, you know, with cameras slipping here, there and everywhere. Do you see what I mean? But, you know, the fact is, and I stand by everything I say, right? They're going to have a huge job on their hands, my delicious little babies, because nobody is going to want to put up with this shat unless, because you are going to get some out there, my delicious little babies, who are simply frightened. You see, they're frightened to do anything against our putrid government. So, you know, you will get those who comply. I mean, yesterday I was still seeing ones with the old muzzles on and in the cars. I mean, what the effing hell is all this about? Do you see what I mean? Nobody needs to wear a flipping muzzle. You know, the old mask on your birth trace. They do not need to do it. Do you see what I mean? But they've become, that's what I call, there we go, indoctrinated. This is what has happened. Do you see? So it's as though, you know, with those, because we have to say, God bless, we're on the road to nowhere, because they're just simply not listening. So for those, yes, they will comply. And if somebody says, oh, give up your car, you know, it's the idiocy. But like I said, we have to say God bless. But at the end of the day, they're the ones, very sadly, who will give up their freedoms, do you see? And very sadly, we've been seeing a lot of this, haven't we? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? But anyway, I'm going to repeat it once again. Flipping good luck to them. Do you see what I mean? Because the way it's carrying on, my delicious little babies, yes, they're going to have a right flipping problem on their hands, yes. Do you see? So, you know, let's just see how this rocks and rolls. Do you see what I mean? Yes, but they're trying, there we are, before I even say it, they're trying every which way how. Do you see? To bring in all of these measures, yes, to suit themselves. But these rich billionaires, okay, which, by the way, I would never want to be, okay, because all that they've really got, they've got very little personality, if not no personality, okay, and at the end of the day, they've got plenty ka-ching, yes, because, of course, you know, they've done done as they're told, you know, for like ones like Klaus Schwab and all of them, Bill Gates, you know, they're just little bitches for the ones who run things, the world. Do you see what I mean? So you have to see the way it is, yes. But they would never give up their cars. They would never give up flying. And please, let's not us forget, ever, that, you know, there was getting all of the, God bless them, jab, 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 jibby jab for the pilots, yes, which some very sadly, God bless them, have passed away. Some have been severely injured by all of this, okay? And of course, these putrid billionaires, well, they only want the unvaccinated to fly them around. Now, why would that be, my delicious little babies? Could it be that we've had a bit of a problem? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? But they wouldn't give up their flying. They wouldn't give up the cars. They wouldn't give up what they want to do, but they're wanting us to do it. And it's like I said before, I'm going to say it again. This is all about control. Okay, it's control, but because there's so many of us, they're finding it very difficult, there we go, to control. Do you see? And this is what all of this is about. Do you see? But the more and more and more who say no, okay, my delicious little babies, you just say no, no, no. Well, where are they going with this? Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? See, this is what all of this is about. Do you see? Okay? And I still say there's something going on with these supermarkets as well. There's something going on there as well, my delicious little babies, yes. So we need to keep our eyes open and our ears open with that. Now then, so yeah, if you could please take a listen to this, my delicious little babies, for any of you who are in the UK. But mind you, anybody who's not in the UK, because very shortly it will come into a country or a town near you, if it's not there already. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now the next one is, this is Jeff Taylor. So if you should just please please type into the space bar, and thank you, Jeff Taylor, J-E-F-F, then Taylor. And then the video that you're looking for, okay, and this has been uploaded today, I do believe, should read the title, Another Excess Death Ha. So I'll just repeat that once again, my delicious little babies. Another excess death ha. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, Jeff and I do believe his dear friend and work colleague Richard, they have 136,000 subscribers. Okay, my delicious little babies, so you can tick that one off as well. Now then, so what he's explaining, Jeff, not in that way, what he's explaining is you know, the level, very sadly, of passings in the UK, which appears to be far higher, which I've been talking about over the months, which appears to be far higher than what it actually should be. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes. And what it is as well is that you see our putrid governments, okay, are not wanting to take any responsibility for this, okay, for what they've put on to our country. Okay, my delicious little babies. And of course it's going on in other countries with all the putrid governments, do you see, for what they've done. Okay, they do not want to take responsibility, they do not want to apologise for anything they've done, okay, and but it's like I said before, and I'm going to repeat again, and God bless all of those delicious babies who very sadly passed away due to the old jab, jibby jab, okay, so one size certainly does not fit all, okay, my delicious little babies, as we have been finding out, okay, and God bless all of their beautiful dear families as well, okay, they're all beautiful dear little souls, okay, who's going through this. Now of course our putrid governments do not want to talk about the cause of these excess passings. No, they do not, okay, because by them talking about it, in other words, it's like they've got to own up to it, do you see, and this is something that they're trying their best to dodge. So if you could please take a little listen, it's not a long video, my delicious little babies, I think it's about 8 minutes something long, it's not a long video to listen to, my delicious little babies, but yes, very interesting anyway, okay, please and thank you. Now I was watching, was it yesterday before I went out, I was watching to do with the COVID-19, you know, COVID-19 inquiry. Now I'm very pleased actually, because when I looked at the numbers, subscribers, well, it has gone up, so God bless, do you know what I mean, because more and more and more should be paying attention to this. It is on YouTube, my delicious little babies. Now was it yesterday where that Pratt, that's P-R-I-C-K, Pratt Hancock in our old UK, well, he was being questioned, okay. Now not once did we hear any apologies, so we never heard any apologies for anything that's taken place, okay. I mean, he has admitted that there has been some chaos, shall we say, okay, to do with things, okay, but to me, you know, I just cannot, honestly, I mean, how he's got no old-fashioned Jamaican saying, how he's got absolutely no flipping damn well flipping skin on his Bertrish, you know what I mean, but you can see, you only need to look and watch it, my delicious little babies, please and thank you, you can just see, there we are, he's a barefaced flipping liar, you could just see it on his Bertrish. Do you know what I mean? Yes. But anyway, I'm going to see where this is going with this inquiry, because to me, it's, I just personally feel myself, okay, I'm not negative. I try my very best not to be negative. I mean, okay, fair enough. Sometimes I can have a bit of a meltdown on my videos. Yes, I can. Okay. But to me, I do try my best to have a positive mental attitude at all times. But I just feel that all this is just a crock of shit. I really do. I mean, at the end of the day, what needs to happen, I said it before and I'm going to repeat it again, they need to get banged to rights, there we are, for what they have done. This is extremely serious, my delicious little babies, what they have done. And really, if we look at it now, and God bless the beautiful dear little souls, you know, anybody who has taken this experimental snake oil, okay? Well, it's also going to be wiping out, there we are, generations. But what's happening is, it's happening at different times. This is what's happening. Do you see, my delicious little babies, okay? I know exactly the way that they flipping did this. The flipping begins with a B and ends with a flipping S. Do you know what I mean? Yes, because that's what they are. There are a lot of them. They're putrid. They make me feel like projecting in a bucket. Do you know what I mean? They're vile. They're vile little flipping critters. Do you know what I mean? Yes, so what they've done. But of course they seem to think they're above everything. They're above the law. They're above, do you see what I mean? Yes, nobody's above anything. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? They most certainly are not. And every single one of them, forget about all this poxy flipping red tape. Forget about all that. Bang them to flipping rats and be done with it. The pieces of shit that they are. They knew what they were doing and they deliberately flipping did it. I do not give a damn what anybody tells me, my delicious little babies. They knew fully well what they were doing. And they knew what they were putting out into the world. Every single putrid government on this flipping planet knew. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Yes. And very sadly, God love them, you know, because others were so frightened. Well, they took the flipping snake oil. God bless them all. And I still say that, okay? And I will still hug somebody if they have taken this experimental snake oil. Yes, I will. I've got no reason not to. And being a qualified angelic healer, you know, it is my job if you're doing healing and things like this. Do you see what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to treat anybody like, you know, like a leper. Not at all. Because at the end of the day, at the time, they know not what they do. That is a very true saying, my delicious little babies, yes? But this time round, well, no. And this has got to be stopped, okay? Which leads me on to the final one. So we have got, so I didn't see that as being very, watching that COVID-19 inquiry on YouTube yesterday. I personally did not feel very fruitful about that. Not at all, my delicious little babies. What this is all about, my delicious little babies, is others getting away with damn murder. That is what this is. It is murder and it is genocide. What is happening? Okay, my delicious little babies, yes? And once everybody understands that, I know that this is not a very comfortable conversation to have, okay? And I know that for some, you know, and I've even had, you know, where others, I'll just say God bless them, that they've unsubscribed to me. Well, that's just the way life goes, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'm always so thankful and so appreciative for all of my beautiful little subscribers, but some, very sadly, and it is very sadly I have to say this, that they're just not willing to understand, to get it into their, and I do not mean that disrespectfully, to get it into their noddle of what has really taken place, because they're just not wanting to accept. And that's simply, there we are, simple things. That's what's going on here. Do you see? I mean, I know many, God love them, the beautiful dear little souls, they simply just do not want to talk about it. Okay, because it's like a mixture of emotions. Okay, it's like that they've been fooled. Do you know what I mean? I do not like that word, but sometimes we have to use it. Like they've been fooled for some of them. Okay, God love them all. Okay, they've been coerced. They feel embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? That they'd even, and I have spoken to some delicious dear little man and woman, God love them. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about the odd ones now, but even they say, they know, they feel embarrassed. God bless them. Do you know what I mean? I mean, they should never feel embarrassed. But to me, I feel that they must learn. They should learn from this. Do you see what I mean? That the putrid governments all over the world are really not working for them. Do you see? And once everybody understands this and flipping up theirs and flipping they can F off nicely, because we're back to this again. Labour, Conservative, all this thing, just bang them all out. Get rid of them. Nobody wants any of them, and nobody should put up with either. If they say, oh, they're going to just come in, no. Do you see what I mean? But you are still going to get those out there. Oh, yes, well, we might get a better deal. You know, whoever's going to be in power next, oh, we might get a better deal. Oh, a load of flipping, I was going to say it then, but I will not say it, okay? It's just a crock of shit. You see, to me, it's like some like to be governed, and I do not mean that to be disrespectful, rude or patronistic or anything. They just simply like to be governed, even when our putrid governments have poisoned them and done all of these nasty things. They still want to be governed. I personally cannot get me noddle around it. I cannot understand why. I do not believe that I'm thick in any way. I do believe that I do have a noddle and brains and common sense. But for me, it just, do you know what I mean? I just cannot, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. What's the word we can use? Bewilders me. Do you know what I mean? Yes? That these still fall for this shart, but you are going to get a certain percentage, motherless little babies, who fall for this shart. Anyway, I'm going to go on to the final one. So I'm not being nasty or rude to anyone, but it's all about now, wakey, rise and shine. Got to start waking up to this shart and what they're flipping done to the world. All of our putrid governments, because like I said before, and I'm going to say it again before I just say my last one, you know, they're either being too flipping greedy and glutton, okay, so they're just having ka-ching, pound, shilling, pence, dollars and change thrown at them, yes, for them just to keep doing what they're doing, yes, there we go, right, and then for others they've been blackmailed and all these other things now, do you see what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, I've said it before over the months, and I'm going to repeat it again, and I'm going to keep repeating it. Because you see, what they fail to realise is that they'll be for the chopping board. There we go, as well. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Because when those, you know, when they're finished with these, okay, because they just use them, you see. So when they're finished with them, well, they'll be in the same flipping berth, won't they? My delicious little babies, do you see? But of course, the putrid governments cannot see that, do you see? Because they're that as thick as shards. It appears to me they cannot see a lot, but they certainly know how to flipping poison us. And they certainly understand tyranny, don't they? They understand all of these things, don't they? And they understand control, how to control others out here. Do you see? Oh, they understand all those words, yes. Okay? But they do not understand, you know, being caring, kind, friendly, you know, having sympathy, being empathetic. They do not understand these things because they're all glutton, they're all greedy, they're all little effing thieves, right? And the pieces of effing shart, that's what they are. And I'll keep saying it. So we're going to go now on to the last one, okay? So God bless anybody who's taken this, okay? But this is where, you know, now they've got to wake up and see what's been done, okay? And I know it can be very hard pill to swallow, but it has to be faced. Do you see? That something like this does not happen again to them. Do you see? And God bless them all. And God bless their dear families, okay? Now the final one, this is also on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? And this is with if you type it into the old space bar, my delicious little babies, it should when you're typing it should say facts, you know, facts matter with Roman Balmakov, Balmakov. Facts matter with Roman Balmakov, okay? Now, this uploader, okay, not in that way, has 1.28 million subscribers, okay? So pretty large, okay? Now, the title to the video that you'll be looking for, because that's the uploader, okay, my delicious babies on YouTube, should read, New COVID variant has unusual symptom. WHO, as in the World Health Organization, launches global vax passports. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm now going to repeat that just once again for you, my delicious little babies. New COVID. New COVID variant has unusual symptom. WHO, as in the World Health Organization. And I suggest to you delicious little babies who do not know of the World Health Organization, because there will be some who very sadly are not aware of this, to please look at them as well on YouTube. Okay, they're very in your birth race. Okay, they've really put themselves out there, the piece of shit. Launches global vax passports. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, yeah, so and of course, you know, they're talking about so that's the end. I haven't brought your book, so I'm just going to hold it until I'll just put it there for a moment while I just explain. Okay, and then I'll have to put that in and start my readings. Okay, but yes, so he's talking about that. They're talking about another variant now. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. Anyway, it's very interesting just to listen to, my delicious little babies. Okay, and this is certainly everything that I'm talking about that you would not hear with a box in a corner of the room. Okay, because they do not want, they are not a liking, they do not want us out here to know to know the truth about things. Do you see what I mean? They are not a liking. Do you see? What they want is everybody to be dumbed down, everybody to be watching things like Netflix films and, you know, stuff their birth races with crap and junk food, and to drink poisonous water and to do all these things. You know, they're rather happy keeping us in that bubble. But you see, what's happening is that the bubble, there we go, is bursting. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes it is. Okay, and you're going to have an awful lot, my delicious little babies, who are not forgiving. Well, I know anyway, and I do not forgive either. I do not forgive one bit about what's taken place. Okay, especially about what's taken place. Do you see? But of course, they're still trying to, you know, push these vax passports. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So, you know, so they're not giving up quite yet. Do you see? Because they're thinking if they just keep continuing, and they keep saying it and saying it and saying it, that eventually others are just going to do as they're told. Do you see? But as I always say, it's only a figure of speech, my delicious little babies. I do not mean this to depress or upset or anything. Yes, I do not mean it that way. It's figure of speech. But I always believe where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, it's a very old-fashioned saying. Okay, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so we find a way to push back with this shart. Do you see? Because we are not a liking, we are not a wanting this shart. Do you see? Okay, and like I said before, and I say it again, I'm not flipping having no flipping injection. Okay, so they can F off nicely and roll on. Okay, that's what I have to say about this. Do you see? I'm not having nothing, yes? That I do not wake up in the morning. I've got my beautiful little babies, my beautiful little baby animal daughters, and I've got my beautiful baby daughters. Oh, how I love them all so. Do you see? And I got my beautiful little friends, yes? And even my lovely little neighbours, you know, for me to just take something, not wake up in the morning. Do you know what I mean? I do not think so. But God bless the other poor babies, you know, they just simply never knew, did they? God love them. But of course, I've said it before, and I say it again for you in my video, they're not going to be able to brush this under the carpet. Not a chance. Okay, so they can keep trying and hoping that it will go away, because that's what, there we are, because that's what they're doing. But it's not going to go away. Okay, because others, God bless them, who have lost their beautiful dear loved ones and who are very sadly injured by this experimental snake oil, yes, know fully well what's been done to them. You're hearing it more and more and more on a daily basis. My delicious little babies, you only have to go on different platforms, BitChute, all different places, Brand New Tube, Locals, Rumble, Odyssey, Telegram. You only have to go on all these different sites, my delicious little babies, to hear all of their, God bless, very sadly, the dear babies, the little passings, and all of the, very sadly, the dear injuries. You see, so this is not going away. So it doesn't matter how, and this is why, you know, and then it took them, what, 3.5 years, you know, and with this COVID-19 inquiry, yes, which of course, you know, this has been dragged out as well. But like I said, I'm not seeing a lot of fruit coming from it. And that's not me being negative. To me, they're just dragging it out. It's a load of shart, a crock of flipping shart. You see, really, there should be an awful lot, especially our putrid governments, yes. There should be an awful lot, should be somewhere else. They shouldn't even be working, my delicious little babies, okay? They shouldn't be doing anything for any of us, because they're murdering, lying, filthy, dirty, effing scum. That's what they are, my delicious little babies. That is what they are, okay? Nothing more and nothing less. And when everybody understands this, which we got an awful lot more, God love them all, okay, who are understanding this, yes, and they know. Do you see? Then we're all on the same flipping song sheet. But like I said, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to help everybody, and it's so sad. Anyway, so that's the end of my video, so please, and now it started to rain. If it's raining, it's raining. But it's not cold, it's just raining, but I don't know. I think it's going to get heavier. It's going to get heavier. Okay, my delicious baby. So what I'm going to say now. Okay, so until my next video, thank you so very much for even taking the time to listen to my video, okay? Please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand to some family members, to some friends, or to some work colleagues. Please tell them that they're super duper wonderful, super duper juicy, and super duper delish, and that you love them, sir. Okay, my delicious little babies. And please, give a listening ear, okay, because it really does go a long way, you know, my delicious little babies, yes. And also, if you could please take care of yourself and please take care of others, okay, because there's always somebody who is going to need help in their lives, okay. And please continue to lift the vibration and lift the frequency, and also please continue to feel the love, okay, because you know we got to feel the love, haven't we, my delicious babies? Or is it stopping now? Well, it could be stopping. Oh, okay, well, if it's stopping, I'm gonna stay out. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So anyway, so until my next video, thank you so very much for even taking the time to even listen to me today, okay? But if you see me somewhere else, well, you'll know that it started to rain again now, but I think that was just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's wet enough, like, you know what I mean? But hopefully it'll hold off now while I do my readings, my delicious little babies, okay? So until my next video, God bless, much love, take care. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, because you only get one life. So please have a super duper time and enjoy it, whatever one chooses to do, okay? So until my next video, take care. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye. Much love.